You walked through the forest, grasping your flashlight tightly. You were terrified of the dark and wished to God you could do anything to get out of the forest. You felt like an idiot for going into the forest, even though people around the town told you whoever went in the forest usually never came out alive. Suddenly, you heard footsteps behind you. You screamed, running and hiding behind a tree. You panted heavily. Your heart raced as you closed your eyes, taking deep breaths, trying to calm yourself down. Come on, pull yourself together. You won't get taken. You won't, you muttered to yourself. You heard more footsteps behind you as you squeaked and ran out from behind the tree. You saw an old abandoned house as you smiled in relief and ran towards it. But when you ran up to the door trying to open it, it was locked and wouldn't budge. No, no, no! You cried as you heard footsteps getting louder. You quickly ran to a window and broke it, climbing through. Your sweater caught on a shard of broken glass. You cut your arm, wincing, dropping your flashlight. You growled, pulling your sweater off. You ran upstairs as fast as you could, running into a room and closing the door, locking it and pushing a dresser in front of it. You panted heavily, shaking. You then sat down in the middle of the room, trying to calm yourself. Come on, calm down, girl, you muttered softly. Suddenly, the closet door swung open as you screamed, quickly backing away. But all that jumped out was a tiny mouse. You smiled and laughed at yourself as the tiny mouse ran into a hole in the wall. Geez, girl, it was just a bloody mouse. You giggled and winced, big because of the huge gash in your arm. Stupid window, you muttered under your breath as you suddenly felt a hand on your shoulder. You closed your eyes tightly. Slenderman, 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 you mutter softly, absolutely terrified. Strong arms wrapped around your waist as black tentacle-like arms wrap around your neck and legs. Greetings, darling, a voice muttered. You tried to scream, but nothing came out. Slenderman, you muttered. Shh, I'm not going to hurt you, the voice muttered. Yes, you will. You're going to take me away like all those other people you have kidnapped, you said. No, you're different. I would never hurt you, the voice muttered. You're lying, you shouted. You're trying your best to pull away, but he was too strong. No, I'm not. The voice was stern. You tried to pull away again and successfully did as you got up but tripped and falling on the floor. You crawled away, panting heavily, absolutely terrified. You got up once more, but felt something wrap around your legs and dragged you towards the bed. The tentacle-like arms picked you up sitting on the bed. You saw standing before you a thin man in a clean black suit, his skin completely white. He had no mouth, no eyes, just a blank face. You backed away into a corner, shaking. I don't want to die, you muttered, beginning to sob. Slenderman slightly put his head to the side as he climbed onto the bed and sat in front of you, gently lifting your chin. You didn't dare to open your eyes as tears continued to stream down your cheeks. Please don't cry, the Slenderman begged, gently wiping your tears. You slowly opened your eyes, sniffling. Why shouldn't I? I know you're going to take me away and torture me and probably end up killing me, you muttered softly, looking at the blank face that had no emotion to you. It almost looked sad. But to you, it almost looked sad. I'm not going to torture you or kill you. I would never think of hurting you, the Slenderman said. But why? I'm like any other teenage girl in the world, you said. No, you're not. You're different. From all the other girls, you don't deserve to be yelled at or beaten like your parents did to you. The Slenderman let out a slight growl. You looked at him surprised. How did you know that? You asked. I've been watching you since you were a little girl. You don't deserve to be treated like that, the Slenderman said. You looked at him sadly. Yes, I did deserve it. I did bad things, and that's why the police are after me, you muttered. The Slenderman let out another growl. You do not deserve to be treated like that, the Slenderman shouted angrily. You flinched, whimpering slightly. I didn't mean to shout, the Slenderman sighed, looking down. You looked at him curiously and gently lifted his chin and kissed him on the cheek. It's okay, he whispered softly. The The Slenderman wrapped his arms around your waist as you blushed a bit. You wrapped your arms around his neck, smiling slightly. The Slenderman held you close. I promise I will do anything to protect you. Anything, the Slenderman whispered to you. You smiled and giggled cutely. You seemed to love his embrace and almost never wanted to let go. And I promise to protect my Slenderman. You smirked, kissing him passionately. The Slenderman pulled you closer and gently stroked your hair, and didn't say a word, just held you protectively in his arms for the whole night.